I'm going to place my two beginning gatherers very close together. I'm going to kind of estimate about a half an inch, 5/8 of an inch. Now I'm going to build on each of these basic beads a nice consistent gather. Make sure that your glass that you're gathering on is really, really hot. That it just flows on. That there's no pushing, pulling on your part. So right now I've built these discs up fairly vertically, and I think a good rule of thumb is to build them vertically to match the distance that they are separated horizontally. Now I'm going to start to add the next glass to the side and towards the middle. So I'm going to start to toe it in. Keep it warm. Pretty soon you're going to get to a stage where they're very, very close together. And when you add the next round, it may be that you start to touch the other side. That's fine. Try to proceed. Now I'm at a point where I can actually connect the two. Again, that glass should be nice and hot. So it just flows into the opening. You can tell where there's a hole because it's really black. There's a little hole right there. Got him. There's a hole right there. Can you see that hole? We're gonna close it up. Maybe there. That looks pretty good right now. So now comes the checking. I'm gonna go around and I'm going to just heat the surface gently. I'm looking for holes. I don't want to continue the process until I see that those holes are gone. I don't see anything. I'm going to now just heat the outer circumference. Hold your mandrel very horizontally. Turn it very slowly. I'm turning it very, very slowly. And just letting the flame kiss. Sometimes it's hard for beginners to be patient at this step, but just see it through. I'm moving a little bit side to side now because my outer circumference is pretty hot, and I don't want to heat that up anymore. So I'm kind of kissing just the edge here. Right now it's looking pretty symmetrical. I'm going to bring it out into the cooler part of the flame here because I don't need all that muscle of a hot flame. I need just a cool flame because I'm just kind of looking it over, seeing how I like it, seeing how I like the shape, making sure that I have the same amount of glass above the mandrel as I do below the mandrel. It's looking very good, very symmetrical. Now if you like, you can change the shape by paddling, rolling on your marver. Hollow beads have a very distinct shape. I can usually tell if a bead is made out of opaque glass. I can usually even tell if it's hollow just by looking at it, not even touching it. It just has a certain characteristic of a shape. But you can see how you can groom the shape if you want to. You don't have to be satisfied with what just gravity and heat gives you. You can mess around with it a little bit. And this is a nice hollow. The walls are really consistent. There's no thick or thin area. Now at this point you can decorate this bead, the surface of this bead, any way you want to. Dots, squiggles, elaborate flower decorations, whatever you like. It's ready to go. It's not going to change. So that's your basic hollow.